Hi everyone, my name's E and I'm the product manager. So today I'm going to introduce our new Galaxy Laview cameras. Let's go next. Oops. So the first one I'm going to introduce is the Laview 2 megapixel PIR battery outdoor Wi-Fi camera. So for this camera, it's powered by the battery, like the built-in battery, and it's like a wireless and can only be connected by Wi-Fi. And so you have to run the wires like a Cat5 or Cat6 or even coax something to it. But the only shortage is just you have to charge it. And let's go next. What you will receive in the box, in the box, you will have the camera, the charger, like adapter and USB cable. Also, it will comes with a magnetic bracket like this one. And here's a camera, so you can mount this one on the wall. You can see the screws on two sides, and it's gonna this side. It's gonna stick with it, and can hold this part. It's pretty stable, and to mount the camera. And also another mount is a fixed bracket with like a 1 second screw. Like most of DSLR or camera have this one, just screw on it and then just put this one on the wall or make it as a stand. Either way works. And also that's what we have in the box. So let's go next. So for this camera, it have it is using 3.2 millimeters lens and have a 130 degrees of angle of view, and the IR distance is 33 feet. And to connect this camera to your Wi-Fi, you have to use the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It does not support 5 gigahertz like most of the smart home things have. And you make sure you're using 2.4 gigahertz. So let's go next. And this camera also support the audio, like two-way audios, because it's a built-in microphone and speaker. Also for the video part, it is using the compression standard as H.264, and the max resolution is 2 megapixel, which is 1080p, and the max frame rate is 25 frame per second. And for another important thing is the cloud storage. For the cloud storage, you have to do the subscription on the app of Laview. So for the subscription, there is a price list I will show later, and it is not paying to us, it's paying to the manufacturer. We don't get any commission on this one. So, and for the local storage, this camera comes with an SD card, like a 32 gigabyte SD card is already installed in it. As you can see, let me see. It's already in there. And for the most residential use, 32 gigabyte is enough for one camera, because this camera only do the motion recording. And I'll show you later. And the maximum of the SD card is support up to 128 gigabyte, and it has a PIR motion sensor to sense the human motions. And for the working condition of this camera is it can work fully functional, and from minus 20 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius, and under the humidity of 95%, and is powered by the lithium battery, and you can charge it later. And the consumption is 5 watts. You can go next. So that's how it looks like during the night. That's for the night work, and for night vision, during the night. I installed this one on the camera. You can see it's pretty good. And let's go next. So the second camera I'm going to introduce is the Floodlight camera. It's 2 megapixel as well. And what you have for this one, the difference is this one is powered by 110-volt. It's not battery, power supply, or you can just like plug it into your power plug if you have a power cord. And it comes with one connector, like the waterproof terminal, to connect the power cord. Like in this one, the waterproof one, you can hide the power in it, power cord. And then let's go next. So for this camera, I already said like it's using like 2.8 millimeters and 130 degree of the angle. And the difference is like IR distance have like 6 feet further. So actually 6 feet does not like make any difference. So, and it's same using 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. And let's go next. It's two-way audio as well, and also use compression standard H.264 and max solutions 1080p, and still the same frame rate. But the only difference for this one is the lamp control. The lamp control is to control those two floodlight on the top of the camera, and you can control it manually or like a PIR detection. If a detect motion is gonna turn on, and also like can be like controlled by a schedule. Like you can set up schedule like on the app. So let's go next. For the other, for the working conditions, the same as the battery one, and as it is powered by 110-volt. I've talked it before, and power consumption is 30 watts. And that's how it looks like for the floodlight. This is like on the left, this is the 100% of the brightness, and on the right is the 1% of the brightness. You can see the difference, but like it's pretty bright. You cannot really see difference on the picture, but you can see it on the night vision. You can see here it's pretty bright on 100% brightness. Like during the night, you can see it's like it give you color picture. That's our office, and outside is dark. You can see what it looks like. And I'm gonna put my phone on the screen so you guys can see how I do it on the app. Share. Yep. Yep, on the app here, this is called Laview. This app. So I'm gonna show you how to add the Laview camera to the app. And here's once you have like download the app, it will ask you for registration. You can register whatever your email and make a register an account. After you log in, you go to home. Once you're in the home, like you can press this one, the little plus button on the top right to add those camera. So if you're adding this battery-based camera, so you can select smart camera Wi-Fi. If you're adding the floodlight, you can select the floodlight. I'm gonna show you smart camera. And right now you're at this part. So first time, like you connect to the camera, you have to power the camera up. Once you power it up, like let's say here, there's a reset button in the back of the camera. On the left is the power button. You just hold this one to power it up. And the reset button is on the other side, on this side. And you can just hold this reset button for a couple seconds until you heard a prompt tone, or the indicator just like flash rapidly. And you can, after that, you can select make sure the indicator is flashing quickly or a prompt tone is heard. And check on this one, go next. Make sure you are connecting to 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi and use the right password. Click on next. It will generate you an QR code. Use this QR code because once it will have a indicator light flashing here. In here, you will just scan the code with your camera, smooth it. Once you've done the scanning, the light will change from red to blue, and also you will hear a prompt sound. And after that, you click I heard a prompt, it will begin to connect. But this time I didn't turn this on, so I'll just cancel it. And you will add it successfully. The floodlight is the same method, same thing. And let's go. Once you have done add all the cameras to the app, you can just go into the camera by click on that. This is a floodlight camera. And on this is just the image quality. HD is the best one, and SD is standard quality. And you can select the quality. And this is just you hear the sound. And you can hear the sound from the camera. This two-way audio. And for this one, just zoom in. You can see here. And you can just drag and put it back. Let's go on here. There's just a drop down list. There's just the full screen button. It's gonna turn full screen. You can view it in a better quality. And after that, you will see this little camera and a little recorder here. Those two is just for instant screenshot and instant recording. And for this little microphone, is you can just hold it to talk to the camera. That's two-way audio. And playback, because I didn't insert an SD card to the floodlight camera on our demo, so you will see nothing here. You can see here, yeah. And for the gallery is used for viewing the instant screenshot and instant recording. The PIR lighting, it's just turn it when it detects human. It's gonna turn it on and off, something like that. And the motion detection, when you click on it, oops, 1 minute, and it's disabled. When it turns red or orange, the motion detection is on. And also the PIR, you can select on which light will be on, and the sensitivity and timer. And let's go back. And the siren here, press to play the siren is pretty loud. And the light here, that's the control of the floodlight. So press on the switch, you will control it manually. You can also adjust the brightness of it. Right now is 100%. And for timing is making a schedule. You can see I made a schedule on here, test on 11:50 a.m. The floodlight switch open, which means on, and PM 12 o'clock test off. Just repeat once, floodlight switch close, which is turn off the floodlight. You can turn it on here. Here's a switch, and that's the schedule. Oh yeah, for adding the schedule, you're adding more schedule, just press this one, press the add, and just configure a time and day, a Sunday you want to turn on, and give it a tag or something. Give it to something called oops. Yep. Give it something give a name, a notification. It's gonna give you push you a notification on your phone. And the floodlight switch is open. Floodlight switch is open, and or you can select it to close, something like that. And that's for the quick settings. Right now, let's go to the detail settings here. The device information, you can find all the stuff here. who's the owner, like the admin, the IP, and also signal strength, time zone, something else. And let's go down. It support Amazon Alexa and also Amazon Echo. Yeah, Echo. It's not Alexa. And Google Home. For this one, I'm sorry. For this two, for smart home, we do not have those like assistant there. So we haven't tested on those two yet. But for the others, like basic function settings, and you can see here status indicator. That's the indicator light on the camera. We'll see that. You will see that here. Like here will be a light once you power it up. That's the indicator. A flip screen and also the time watermark. And let's go to the PIR lighting. It's the same. It's the same thing. Same thing in the quick settings. And the detection alarm settings. You can turn it on the motion detection alarm, alarm sensitivity level, and like we can change it to medium, high, or low, something like that. Let's go back. Activity area. When you turn it on, it's like our regular cameras. Like we can determine where to detect the motions, where or where not to detect the motion. You can just like change it by dragging on the. Just something like that. And cancel. And turn it off. Yeah, do the settings and human body filtering. For this one is filtering out other motions. It will only take the human body recording, like when it detects human activities, such as someone pass like across the range of the camera, is gonna trigger alarm. But like if like something like trees moving or shadows like moving by the wind, like it's not gonna trigger alarm, like or just trigger the recording. And you can put you can also put a schedule here, like you add what to do, motion detection on or off, something like that. I'm sorry. And put it at do not disturb. Yep. And we're on Siren adjustment. So that's where you adjust the Siren volume and also like how long does it like play. And Siren adjustment and all with. For these two cameras, like it does not support our NVR, connect to our NVR, but like for the Floodlight, it support the NVR that supports Laview protocol. You have to switch to that one, but unfortunately, we do not have NVR that support this protocol. If you do have an NVR support that protocol, you can connect the Floodlight camera to the NVR, and here's the IP address. It will show on here, and turn on the on-with switch, and you will connect to it. And also, you will, when it asks for the password, it is the verification code on the camera for initial password. It is called IFCC ID, something like that. You will read it like a 5-digit like code on it. You can type in as the password, and you can reset it after you change. You can reset it here. Just change the password to your like preferred password, and that's the on-with. And for the VAS, purchase VAS is the cloud service. So for the cloud service, is like the cloud storage. You have to make subscription to the manufacturer, and it's in US dollar. So first one is trial, is free, and also for about a period of 30 days. So it will take 14 days of past motion recording. And monthly plan like $5.99 US dollar for the monthly plan 14, and $5.99 1-year contract. That's per month. something like that. Once you download the app, you can view it from here. And let's go back. So here's offline notification. When you turn this on, it's gonna give you and push you a notification once you have received, once your device is offline after 30 minutes, and you will see what is happening. And the other important functionality is share device. You can share your device to anyone. I shared it to ourselves. So to anyone, like share it to your family or to your client to view the camera. But the people you share to, they can only view the camera. They cannot do any settings on it. The only one to do the settings is the owner of this camera, is the admin, like the first one who scanned the code. And yeah, that's pretty much for the first camera, the Floodlight one. So, and the second one is the battery camera. Here is pretty much similar, similar interface, but like a little bit difference. It's like it's powered by the battery. So some of you might have questioned about how long will the battery last. What I got from the manufacturer is it will last. They put it on test for 4 weeks. The battery level drops from 100% to 40%, and so I assume technically it works good in a month. And right now, because I charged it last week on Tuesday, right now Thursday, it just dropped to 90% just now, of the battery. And so we will still keep an eye on it to see how the battery works. And the screenshot button, record button, just for instant screenshot and recording, and also speak. For this one, you just press on it and talk to it. And playback, you can see the playback here. Okay, loading. You can see the playback, because this camera comes with a 32 gigabyte SD card. So you can just drag to view all the motion recordings, something like that. And here's the cloud storage and our photo album, something similar like that. And for device information, it's actually the same. The only difference for this interface is that you can turn the night vision on and off like this. I put it on auto, and detection alarm settings. For this camera, I only have human body filtering, and just put it on. I only take human activities, and PIR, that's the sensitivity of the PIR, your motion sensor. And another difference is the power managed settings. So it will show you what is the battery remaining and what is the power source. Right now it's battery. When you are charging it, it will show the batteries in charging, something like that. And then here is set the low battery alarm threshold. When your battery, you can set a threshold. Right now I put it on 10. When the battery drops from 100 and it drops to 10 battery level, it's gonna give you a notification on your phone to remind you to charge your camera. And the storage settings here is for the SD card on your camera. And right now I put it on more than a week and 2 days probably, and it's installed in our office. There's a lot of activities there and human motion activities, and it's only using 3.75 gigabyte. So I assume this one is good enough. 32 gigabyte is good enough for the residential use. And you can format it here also. And let's go down the others. It's the same: purchase VAS, offline notification, share device. Yep, and it's pretty much like everything on the app. And also there's another functionality on the app. Um, it's just to view after you add all the cameras. If you want to view all the cameras at the same time, you just press this one. Just wait a second, and you'll see it. And if you want to view it clearly, just double click and double click on this one. Yep. And on the smart, it's like most of the smart home things do. You will have a smart like plan, something like that. You can update on the plan. And that's what I make on a test for the condition of the floodlight. When it detect motion, you can see here, any condition is met, like motion detected, and task is to do a floodlight switch on to turn on this floodlight. And you can, here's the name of this plan and also style, like that's for, you can just see like which color like for mark. And the effective period, you can switch like all day, daytime, or custom, something like that. And let's go back. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything about the, oh, one thing is the message center here. Like you will receive some notifications when it detects like motions. And let's go back to our slide. Here's everything about the camera. Let's go back to the slide. Share. Oh. Present. So here's the notification. The notification is like looks like that's a pushing notification on your notification center, because I'm using iPhone on it. And Android will have a pretty much similar interface, still the same working method. And also after you click into the notification, it will show you the message page, and you will see all the warnings. And then you go into it, you will see here, it will show you the screenshot of the motion of the time that motion detected. And also you can view the short video of it. And here's how the two-way audio sound. You can just do a demonstration of those two cameras. You can see.
Test 1, test 2, test 3, test 3.
And that's a battery camera. Here's a floodlight one. And the other one is the siren, how the siren sound. Like it was pretty loud. I control it manually, and for video, that's just for demonstration. And here are some common questions like you guys might have. And so, does this camera support connecting to NVRs? No, does not. But like I explained like in the beginning. So like if your NVR support Laview protocol, like you can add the floodlight to it, the camera to it. And how long does the battery last for the battery camera? So the battery camera will like for instruction from the manufacturer is at like 3 to 4 months, but it's in a ideal situation. So like what I got from manufacturer is just like a drop from 100% to 40% after 4 weeks with a lot of motions in the office. And also we're still doing the training test like in our office. And also, does this camera support 24-hour recording? I'm sorry, this does not, because this is for residential use. And this camera can do motion recording only, but like there's a human filtering and to reduce the false alarm. And if you guys have any questions, please you can ask me. Oh yeah, I'm Philip. Question, hello. Battery operated camera, is there an option for cloud if you want? How often is the company sending firmware updates? So I'm not quite sure about how often they're sending the updates, but like you can update the firmware like every time from the app, and you can set it to automatically check the update. And yeah, and also battery operated camera, is there an option for cloud? Yeah, there's like a cloud storage. You can check on the cloud storage. Like, but it's still like a subscription to the manufacturer. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll leave about some questions. Yeah, do you have to pay to get phone? No, like phone notifications, you don't have to pay. Like if you buy the camera, like add it to it, like you will get notification definitely. Like what you have to do is just like turn your phone's notification on, and then just like turn your motion detection on. Once it detect motions, it will give you the notification. Any other questions? And if you guys come up with any questions, you can always call our tech support line, and also you can email me at support@galaxysecurity.com for any questions. And all right, thank you for your for attending our webinar. And the lucky draw will happen after that. The winner will receive an email, or I'll let your sales to contact you. So we will do it. We'll do more webinar in the next few weeks and next few days. So like please keep an eye on our flyers. Once we have webinar, we'll send out our flyers. And thank you for you guys attending. And the winner will receive our notification like shortly. And thank you. Oh, I have one more question. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you for